Okay, there we go. I think I'm live on YouTube. I don't know. I guess I just have to fiddle with it a little bit to get it to work. So weird, man. I don't know. But all right, I think I'm ready. So yeah, let's go ahead and start the stream officially. So welcome to the Game Engine stream. Stream number 79, maybe 80 too. I'm not. I think 79 or 80. Might be 80. But anyways, it's January 29th. Today's Wednesday for me. I know I skipped my stream yesterday. I had to do some stuff. But yeah, hopefully we can continue where we left off last time. I did do some off-stream like work and whatnot. So we'll go ahead and get into that. And yeah, okay, let's go ahead and start off. So let's check the updates. All right, so yeah, not really much updates for today. Mainly, I'm just going to do more work on the in-game UI button, right? So I believe last time I got most of like the backend work for like separating the button and like the text widget. Like most of that code's already been separated, right? And where I specifically left off with that was it was already pretty much done, and I just needed to make sure that Pong now worked with these new changes, right? And that was kind of a big thing that I did off stream. So I just made sure that Pong now works with those new changes I made to the button. And after I got that done, my recent work has just been making sure that I can click on the buttons with my mouse. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the current progress board, just making sure this worked. All right, so still working on the button widget. Pretty much done with it, to be honest. But right now I'm kind of dealing with like a very specific issue with the, how do I say? With the frame buffers and how I'm able to like click on a widget, on the button widget using the mouse. So like I have a specific issue with that. Let me see. But yeah, basically if I can get over to wherever I have my little list of like different widgets that we're working on. The text widget is pretty good at this point, and button widget, this is basically what I'm making sure works right now, right? And yeah, all right, so let's go ahead and run, and then I can basically just show you what I've gotten working since last stream. So again, last stream, I think I can specifically show you inside of the data. If I head over to, where is it? The runtime UI service. If we scroll up to wherever we define the button, you can see that we have all this kind of specific stuff. Don't mind the queue that just popped up, but you can see that we now have like a background color, active color, all the function pointers, the navigation links. All this stuff is now concentrated inside of the button widget because it's only relevant here. And then inside of the text widget, we just have stuff that's relevant to like drawing a text, like a text box, right? So we have like text metadata describing the bounds of the multi-line text, and then if it's wrapped with the alignment, right, and whatnot. But you'll notice I don't have any navigation, I don't have any like background color. And I removed all that stuff from the base widget, like the parent widget. So yeah, all of that stuff that's now specific to the button widget now just exists in the button widget. And then, yeah, I mean, there's not really any visual aspect to that. It's just now that's kind of how it's structured now. But the nice thing is I now have distinct, like properly distinct button versus text widgets. So if we head over to like the runtime UI, you can kind of see, well actually no, this isn't a good example. I think one that's a good example is the main menu. So here you can see, right here we have specifically, like the single player is now a button, like a proper button. And the title, which now doesn't have a background, I gotta figure that out now. It looks kind of weird. But it's now a text widget. So these are now like distinct types, right? And yeah, that's pretty much what I got done off screen. Is just transferring, like, over here, this now being a proper button widget. That was that first commit that I did. And the other change that I made, this one's more visual, or like more like you can kind of see what I'm talking about, is I made it now where, like, I think before, oh, that's loud for me. Let me turn this down. Before you had to navigate using the arrow keys only. That was the only way you can navigate. Now you can actually click. So if I hover over, it actually updates it. Like, I don't know, revolutionary, right? Revolutionary, huh? Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what you would expect from a button, but yeah, I mean, now it's here, right? So you can hover over, and if you want, you can just click it, and it takes you to there, right? Again, what you would expect from a button, right? Yeah, so that works, right? I gotta turn this audio down a little bit. Maybe I'll turn this up, and then turn the audio down. There we go. Okay, so that's just for me. But yeah, now you can click on the button. That's good. But the thing that I'm dealing with right now is it works instead of the editor, which is cool, but it doesn't work in the runtime, which is really annoying. So if I run the actual runtime application, let's go over to, instead of doing the editor here, we're going to do the runtime. Okay, we're going to open it. This will just take a second. But yeah, long and short of it is that it doesn't work in the runtime. And the reason it doesn't work in the runtime has to do with how I set up frame buffers inside of my editor versus my runtime UI, right? Or it was not my runtime, versus my runtime like application, right? So the editor uses ImageWidget. And basically, we draw to a custom frame buffer, and then we get the data from that frame buffer and render it to a texture. And that texture is just rendered inside of the context of ImageWidget. So I don't really have to worry about like a default frame buffer or anything, or like kind of how you would normally draw stuff on. That was loud. Okay, but you can see if I hover it doesn't work. Clicking it doesn't work either. So that's kind of my goal right now, is just to get it working, right? Holy crap, that is loud. But yeah, in the runtime, as opposed to the editor, right? In the runtime, I use the default frame buffer that's given to you by glfw, right? But the thing is, like, I can't do any custom stuff with the default frame buffer. So right now, I'm just trying to figure out how I can render like a custom frame buffer on top of the default frame buffer, so that I can actually like mess with the mouse location, right? And get like data from the frame buffer, right? Because again, the way that I set up mouse picking inside of my engine currently is that I provide the mouse location information as like a frame buffer, like data layer. So there's like a red integer, and then that red integer kind of tells you if you're hovering over a certain widget or if you're hovering over a certain entity, right? So I need to have that custom frame buffer. So that's what I'm kind of figuring out right now. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Let me go ahead and just go ahead and commit. I was kind of in a rush earlier trying to like get this to work, but I wasn't able to finish it before I started the stream. So I figured, okay, I'll just work on it on stream. But yeah, let's go. I'm just going to go ahead and push all the changes really quick. So what did I do here? So inside of this viewport panel, handle scene mouse hovering, handle UI mouse hovering. Okay. So yeah, we do this, and then come down here, and let me kind of make this more visible for you guys as well. Maybe I can kind of explain it. Is item hovered? Okay, and then here's where we actually handle the mouse hovering for the UI. So kind of the idea is I sample data from the UI and then the scene separately. And then you can kind of see here, I have a little check, and this just checks what is the current scene state. Like, are we playing like an application, or are we not playing an application? Like, are we editing? Are we simulating physics? Like, what are we doing, right? And then if we're simulating physics, or if we're basically editing, right? Then we just need to get the data for like moving around or like clicking on entities, and then like, how do I say? Clicking on entities and being able to like set it as the selected entity. But if we're in the runtime, like we're actually running the application, the only thing I'm processing right now is just, is this UI element hovered? Oh, it is hovered? Okay, then we're gonna wanna maybe call its on press and whatnot. So. Well, but in Java, currently implementing containers. Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, the Java kind of reminds me of when what was it, like Dead Matrix? I think he does this implementation in Java, but he does it directly in code. Yeah. And whatnot. But yeah, how is that going for you? You're working on containers. Oh, you know, I think I'm about to work on containers too. Yeah. Like for me, I'm thinking about doing like vertical containers, where like it like orders it in a list type of deal. But yeah, setting up like the tree structure for that is interesting. I don't know. I've been kind of going back and forth for that in my head for a minute. Yeah, all of his stuff's in Java. Yeah. Yeah, he gets a lot done with that too. It's pretty sick. So, is there anything in particular you're working on with containers right now? Like, are you just setting them up as like a widget, or are you what is it? You're making your own structure with it? I've never fully implemented anything like that, so my brain's still kind of like, I don't know. Oh, and again, by the way, if anyone's watching on Twitch, I'm talking to someone on YouTube, so. And then a container 2D grid. Okay. Container ID, and then a container 2D grid. Okay. For me, I mean, maybe I can kind of show you too. So, like right now, the way I like uniquely, I was thinking. Oh wait, so loud. Let me go to my editor and kind of show you the way that I uniquely identify like a window versus like a widget is I have like a window. So like I have like a UI, and then I have a window, and then in each window I have like a series of widgets, if that makes sense, right? So like the way I uniquely identify a widget is it would be like you have the user interface that we're currently in, and then we have the window that we're in, and then we have the widget index of that window, right? But then that doesn't handle recursion well, or like a tree structure well. So I was thinking of doing like IDs, kind of like that. What do you think about ImageWidget? I've tried it, and I was surprised at how easy it felt to set up overall. Yeah, I mean, I feel like as long as if you stay within like the intended like pocket or whatever, or intended like use case of ImageWidget, where like you're kind of keeping everything like immediate mode, right? So like it reflects the engine state immediately. It's pretty easy to work with, but for me, I have a lot of like retained mode stuff that I like having. Like I like to have like cached values inside of the widget. So I had to I had to write a lot of stuff on top of ImageWidget to kind of get it to work the way I wanted it to. Like for example, I can kind of show you what I mean. So like if I'm working with like a particular widget over here, I don't know if you can see or not, but hopefully it's visible. I have like these widgets, and then basically I like to have the translation, I like to have it like kind of cached inside of this widget, and then like here I guess it makes sense to have it directly reflect the state of this transform. So when you move it, like it just immediately moves. That's cool. But I feel like in certain cases you might want to have like a cached value of it, and then you only want to confirm like that value. Like here, like I can swap it, but then I don't want it to immediately swap it here. So I kind of save a cache value and then I confirm it, and then on confirm it actually like reflects inside of the engine state, right? So that's different from like ImageWidget's paradigm. Yeah. Let's see, implementing the sizing mode, fit context relative absolute. Oh yeah. I've been kind of working on like I think I worked on like relative and absolute like I think a few streams ago. So I kind of have like, how do you say, like you have like this one, right? And this one is relative, its position is relative to the window, right? And then you can kind of set a constraint so you have it like relative to the center, and it's centered, right? And you can move it around. The text is aligned to the left, so that's why it looks kind of weird. Or you can do like absolute, so you can do like absolute, and then you can just like click it, or and then like move it around, and it's just absolute from like the origin, which is here, which is kind of maybe I should have some visualization of that. I don't know, but yeah, I get what you mean. I only put this back so I don't save this. But limited, good for implementing tools, not capable enough for games. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you need to write on top of it to kind of get like what you want. Yeah, but yeah, at its basic level, it's a very good like just get something in, right? And you can kind of reflect the state of the engine. So, yeah, I think it's pretty good. I was gonna show you something earlier. I kind of forgot. Working on UI. Container 2D. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to show you. My brain. Oof. Oof. But, yeah. Yeah, if you have any questions or like, you know, or whatever, just let me know while I'm working on this stuff. But yeah, again, right now I'm working on, how do I say, where is it? Yeah, like getting clicking working. So again, like it works when you like, you can hover over and then like it updates and then you click it and then it clicks, right? I mean, you expect that from a button widget, right? But it doesn't work in my like actual like runtime application. So I'm just trying to get that working. It's like some frame buffer issues that I'm dealing with. But real quick, I'm just committing my previous code I was working on for the stream. Let's see. Handle UI hovering. Let's say, yeah. Yeah, some of this mouse picking stuff. So let's see. Handle mouse picking of UI when application is running in the editor in viewport panel.cp/.h. Yep. Yeah, it was a bit of a disorganized start for me for the stream today, but we gonna make it. I think that I needed for a GUI, and it's not that hard to include in your project. Yeah, right. Like it's yeah, and then I've been kind of exploring like the extensions that you can kind of get with ImageGUI. What is it? I mean, they're not like formal extensions, but I remember this guy recently showed me. He's another guy who streams. He showed me like this. Where is it? Let me see if I can find it before I start talking about it. Useful extensions. Here it is. So this is like all of the, like these are like unofficial extensions, but they're kind of somewhat endorsed by Ocornut, right? But yeah, you can just add like whatever you want. Like they have like text editors. This one I use, but it's kind of old, and there's I've been kind of banging my head against the wall trying to add stuff to it, or like there's a lot of bugs in it too. But there's some other text editors that are pretty good. I haven't tried this one, but it seems good. Node editors, there's like Hex, 3D plotting. I might use this curve editor at some point. This specifically, this little sequencer, I do plan on using soon when I start adding like an animation system. That's gonna be really fun. But yeah, they have like a ton of stuff you can like try out here, and then like, yeah, it's like directly recommended by Ocornet, so that's nice. So there's so many things you can do with ImageWidget. Let's see. Do you support things like rounded corners? What if, for example, I want to define a complex UI element, like a graph or a function? Are you talking about in my in-game UI, or are you talking about like my editor UI? Because yeah, I would have different responses for both. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Okay, so basically did this. UI editor tree panel. Oh, in-game, yeah, I gotta get a little bit better with my shaders before I start adding like rounded corners. Because, yeah, like the rounded corners thing, I plan on doing like using shaders, right? Let's see. Graphs and functions. I mean, you know, one thing I do want to do is I want to do like my presentations or like my engine devlogs inside of my engine. I feel like that'd be really cool. So I do kind of have plans for adding like graphs. I mean, Venn diagrams are very specific. I think I'll just implement what makes sense at the time, right? And then just go from there. But yeah, I think the first thing is just I need to add my proper shader editor and then get a little bit more comfortable with like certain things with shaders before I start going crazy with it. Let's see, generic. What do you think about adding smooth animations to ImageWidgets? I think they have like an extension for that, right? As far as like my engine, I don't know if I'm like super trying to like get into that. I just kind of want to get it like working, you know what I mean? Like, and then I'll start adding like more like cool looking stuff later. But that could be sick though. And then if you're talking about like adding like animations for like if you have like an animation editor or like 2D sprites, or you have like 3D animations, yeah, that could be really cool. I gotta figure out how that's gonna look with the sequencer, and then like putting that together with like maybe like a what is it called, like a graph editor. But I do already kind of have like basic like lerp interpolations and like different like interpolation graphs for like those are already built into my engine. Like I have a whole module for like interpolation. So you can do like easings. I just stole this from like this one website. It's really good for this, but yeah, I just grabbed a whole bunch of interpolation stuff. And then if I want to like edit it, I just need to probably expose some like variables so you can like modify how you want it to really look. But at its basic level, you can kind of use any of these in whatever context is important, right? Yeah, okay. So that's what I was assuming you meant originally, and yeah, I think they have like an extension for making them more smooth. Yeah, but yeah, again, I think my answer to that currently would just be like, I might add it later if like I feel like it. But my main goal is just making everything work first. You know what I mean? Lots of stuff to do. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think, what did I do here? Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot to have my my stretch my hands break and look away. I think I might make that happen every like 45 minutes instead of every half an hour. Ooh. But I gotta remind myself so I don't hurt myself typing all the time. Okay. Okay, there we go. So let's see. Let me see if I can finish this real quick. So tree k invalid. And then real quick, I'm just gonna get this done really quick just so I can make sure it's good. This is k invalid ID, and then here I just change this. So I'll just say move invalid ID definition to what is this called? Runtime UI common .h for widgets / windows, and that should explain both of those. So that'll be fine. The frame buffer stuff I was dealing with recently, that's probably what I'm going to get done today once we start working on it. So here, let's see. Let me just make sure I get this done real quick. Frame buffer, start adding code, code to support drawing custom frame buffer data to the default frame buffer in OpenGL. Still not done with this yet, so I'm gonna finish that soon. And OpenGL renderer API. So, there we go. Okay, what did I do here? Frame buffer. Yeah, whatever. Alright, okay, fine. I'll do and frame buffer. Buffer.h. Runtime UI, what is this? Runtime UI .h. My voice is shaky as hell because that coffee. Holy crap. On-press index. Oh yeah, I added an on-press. Add on-press index function to runtime UI.cpp/.h to call on press for a specified widget. Specified widget. Instead of just doing whatever the current selected one is. And the last bit is, what was this? Initialize frame buffer. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so add a custom frame buffer to runtime app cp/.h to eventually render towards. I don't know. Alright, let me give a name to this. Let's see. Add mouse picking for UI button. Okay. Alright, Omega Destroyer, he said, the way my UI is built, you can define UI elements as primitives, provide render logic, or externals with contents. No, I mean, don't worry about it. I mean, I'm kind of treating these streams as like I'm gonna work on the code, but also like, if you guys want to ask me anything, just chill. I'm kind of coding more like off stream too, so I'm not like super tied to it. The way my UI lib is built, you can define. Wait, let me make sure I understand though. You can define UI as primitives. Okay, so oh, okay, interesting. So like, do you have like a tree structure for it? Like, how are they like? Can you parent a UI element with another UI element, or is it just like simple objects for now? And because I know you're working with containers, so you're probably figuring that out with its contents. Okay, and then let's go ahead and check up with what we doing. So maybe I can explain my thought process now too. So let's head back. Where is it? Runtime app. So again, the way the current like runtime app renders and then the way the editor app renders is different because they use different frame buffer like situations, right? So the editor app, right? If I go to the editor app, maybe described, right? So for the on update, oh, this just goes to the viewport. So we'll go to the main window. So this is assuming we have the main window open, then we're going to go to the viewport if we can find it. Okay, well anyways, it goes through this and we eventually get to the viewport. So let's go to the viewport panel. It is on update. Okay, so what happens is we have like a frame buffer that's associated with this viewport panel, right? Which is like the main viewport you see when you open up the editor, right? And that is, where is it? Here, frame buffer, right? So this is like I define this, but it's basically just an OpenGL frame buffer, right? And what we do is on the on update, basically we want to bind that frame buffer, right? So we bind it, and then we do all of our draw functions. So this draws the scene, right? And then here we draw the UI on top. We draw the particles as well. So these are all different render calls. And then after we're done with all the rendering and whatnot, depending on what situation we're currently in, then we just unbind it. And then now all of the rendering has been done straight to this frame buffer, right? Okay, so you can kind of think of like nothing really has been drawn to the screen here. All we've done is just rendered to that frame buffer. It's kind of just stored there. And then after that, if we want to actually display to the screen, the actual like function that gets called, let me see if I can get back to here. We're calling on editor UI render. This is the actual like rendering code. So this is like ImageWidget stuff. So if we enter here, we're rendering the viewport. Basically, we just render an image, like an ImageWidget image, and then we just provide the texture ID from the frame buffer. So we get the color attachment, which is basically just a color texture. And I have it as a unit 64. Why do I have it as unit 64? Isn't it small? Whatever. And then basically, we just provide that to the image and it renders the image, right? And then basically, if you want to provide mouse picking with this setup, you just need to make sure that you're checking the mouse location within the bounds of that image. And that's about it. And then of course you render all of the rest of the ImageWidget code however you like, right? But the runtime app is different. So let me run over here. I just want to explain this real quick. Let's see. So for the runtime app, right? I just added a frame buffer, but I'm not using it at all, right? Basically what happens is we open up the window with glfw, like the windowing library, right? And then that windowing library sets up with OpenGL. There's no ImageWidget. It sets up with the OpenGL, and then it creates a default frame buffer, and that's kind of like what you render to. And then all of these render commands, right? These just get rendered directly to the default frame buffer, and then that just gets displayed on the screen. And then we just clear the color and then repeat. Just rinse and repeat every frame, right? So what I'm trying to do is, like, but the thing is, like, with the default frame buffer, you don't have any extra information. I can't do any mouse picking, I can't do anything with that. So I need to define a custom viewport frame buffer, which now I think the name is probably wrong. But yeah, we need to define a custom frame buffer, and then we need to take the frame buffer's data and then put it into the default one. We need to figure out some way to do that. And there is an OpenGL function for doing that called like GL frame buffer blit or something, but it's really inefficient. So I'm going with the learn OpenGL way of doing it, where you just draw a quad on top of the default frame buffer, and that's like much faster. And then you just use the data from the custom frame buffer. And that's it. So that's basically what I'm setting up right now. It says, oh, so only containers have children. Primitives like text don't. This simplifies the design. I mean, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I'm doing too. My things like, and again, I'm responding to Omega Destroyer, by the way, on Twitch. Only containers. Yeah, like my text widgets and my button widget don't contain any children. It's just the containers. And I haven't added containers yet, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm thinking of like an ID system so that you can, like, you parent a container, like a widget inside of a container, and then to uniquely identify that particular widget, you just provide an ID for that widget. And then of course you can nest containers and kind of get like a tree structure going. Yeah. But yeah, my current setup doesn't really help with that, so no, we'll see. And like for me specifically, the reason why I have to have it, is this gonna open the runtime? Let's see. Like I have to have like a unique ID for each widget is because inside of my like scripting system, like here, right? Might be kind of hard to read, but I have functions called like UI service set widget text, right? And it takes in like a particular like widget, right? And then when I evaluate this, it needs to evaluate to like a constant like value. And the current way I do that is, again, I just provide a user interface ID, and then I provide the window ID, and then the widget ID. So we can always just kind of go down that way. But I'm thinking the new way I'm going to do it instead is just provide like the user interface ID, and then just provide like one ID for the widget, and then I'm going to cache inside of a map, sort of like an instruction where you go from ID to its actual location inside of the tree, right? So you can still uniquely identify a widget just with one number, and then the map will take you to the actual location. But of course, you need to maintain the map, right? So yeah. Oh yeah, scroll bars will be fun, and then yeah, I want to get masking done too. But I gotta get some more what is it, shader stuff done. Yeah, to get that proper. But yeah, like if I compile this, and then we take a look at like the compiled version of this, it turns it into the ID for the widget, or for the like the UI, and then it turns it into the window number and then the widget number. So I need to figure out a way to like take this bit, get rid of it, and just turn it into like one ID. So yeah, that was the issue I was dealing with recently. There we go. All right, so let's deal with this frame buffer issue. So if I go back to trying out the runtime, right? So we're gonna go ahead and run the runtime. This thing's huge. So it renders, but of course it doesn't work, right? If I uncomment this like viewport frame buffer bind, so now it binds the viewport, but that means that all of these render calls now are being rendered to like this frame buffer, right? So basically what that means is since everything's being drawn to that frame buffer, nothing's going to be drawn to the default frame buffer. So it's just going to be black. Yeah, so it's just black, right? It's not helpful, right? So again, what I need a function or something that takes whatever this frame buffer data is like that's inside of this custom frame buffer. I'm going to call it probably like right here. And then it's going to be, what is it? Viewport. I think I already have the function definition set up, so it's not to display to default frame buffer. There we go. So I'm just making this a function right now. And then the idea is we'll render everything to like this frame buffer, and then we'll just move all of the data into the default one, right? But again, we're going to do this by like drawing a quad, so because that's the more efficient way to do it. Yeah. Let's see. So we'll keep this bound. This is good. I'm going to change the name. This doesn't make any sense. Where does it? Viewport frame buffer. Viewport frame buffer. I mean, it is the viewport, so I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to think. Alright, let's head over here. I'm following like a section from what is it called? LearnOpenGL.com, where they show how to like render to the default frame buffer from like a custom frame buffer. So I'm just kind of writing all the native code in here directly. So we have bind vertex array object. We disable depth test. I might not want to do this here, so let's comment this out. Yeah, but I do want to remember to do it. I'm going to do it outside this function. And then we want to GL draw arrays, right? I gotta make sure the correct shader is bound as well. Let me go check the website really quick. Let's go check Learn OpenGL. Okay, so GL bind frame buffer. I'm gonna skip to the part where he provides a source code. Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so yeah, here he's doing like setting, like this is basically like, since his function or his how do I say, his program is just like a one-off, like you initialize everything in main, right, and then go. Like this is pretty easy. I've already basically done this part, and I've already set up the shader, like this part, this shader, right? Set int. Huh? What is this? Texture 1. Set int screen texture. Oh, okay, yeah. So we set this integer here. Yeah. And then let me see what he does when he renders it. So we render everything right inside of like the frame buffer, and then we bind the default frame buffer. Disable depth testing and figure that out. Clear the data, right? Because this is now the default, so you want to clear that. Probably just add this actually, just in case. Or maybe, you know what? No. Disabling depth testing should be enough. I actually don't need to do this. And he even says this, that it's not entirely necessary. So, yeah, I might leave it alone. Screen shader use, so we set the screen shader. And then we want to bind a texture. This one. And then just draw array. So I just need to make sure that I bind the shader here. I forget what his what exactly this is. Let's see. Like I know what it does, but I just forget what the function call name is. So I want to bind the shader. Let's do bind the screen space shader. So you want to do, so erase this, and then we want to do GL bind shader. What was the name? maybe I shouldn't guess. Let's go let's go check how he does it. I already have an abstraction for these such things, but I don't really want to get too into like using my API. I want everything to kind of be self-contained here, so that's why I'm just natively drawing it, writing everything. Yeah, I don't really want it to interact with my system too much. Let's see. Okay, let's go. Where's the shader part? Okay, GLSL, types, yeah, vectors. Yeah, I don't really have any uniforms, and we're providing the... How do I say? Providing that texture every frame, so that's not really an issue. Or whenever we're drawing it or whatever. Fragment shader, yeah, there's the fragment shader, of course, uniforms, yeah. Okay, here's the call. It's GL use program. And then he provides a uniform. I don't care about that right now. Let's see. Time, yeah, more attributes, vertexes. And at some point, I think he abstracts it like this, which, yeah, I have my own, but I'm not going to bother right now. Okay, and this is just creating the shader program, which I've already done, so it's not a problem. Okay, and I'm assuming use just calls that, right? So where's the use one? Yeah, it's literally just this, so GL use program. Here we go. So let's head back. We want this. And then the ID is the one that I set up earlier, which is Cargano. Or was it? Cargano something. Cargano... No, wait, no. It's API, rendering API, frame buffer service. And then let's get the shader program. Yeah. There we go. Because this is like a global thing. We just initialize it once and everything can use it, right? Doesn't really change. And then this is going to be kind of a similar thing. Instead of doing this, whatever this is, quad VAO. Geo bind vertex array, we want get the VAO. Alright. And then the texture. So this texture is going to be that color buffer thing I was talking about earlier. So I believe that's... Where is it? Get color attachment. Let me head over to the frame buffer and go find that. The base class. Here we go. Get color attachment ID. OpenGL. Oh, this is just defined here. Okay, so I can just call this. So instead of this, we want to provide that. There we go. And then this will just draw the arrays, right? And again, I still want to handle disabling depth testing, but I'm going to do that externally. I might do it, I don't know, because I haven't really defined like a proper way to like manage the state of the OpenGL thing. And I don't know if I really want to get into that, because I'm going to replace OpenGL at some point. You know what, that's not a proper reason to do that, honestly. Or it's not a proper reason to not manage it. I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and explain it. So we're going to just draw the quad onto the default frame buffer. Okay. So I think above this, we want to make sure that we bind the default frame buffer. So bind default frame buffer. One thing I could do too is I could just call bind in here, and then I could call like unbind right here, and then it kind of blips it, right? So you don't really have to manage the state externally. And basically, this binds the default frame buffer, and then we do all the rendering real quick, and then we just bind it back, and then it's like nothing ever happened. But do I want to manage this? I don't know if this should be coupled so tightly with this. Might also just be overthinking it. Shadowman was good. Just doing some frame buffer stuff right now. You know how it'd be. Basically, I'm just trying to get it so I can click on like the button widget in my UI. Yeah, that's basically it. Just want to be able to click with the mouse on the button widget. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how I want to couple this. Rebind the original frame buffer. I don't know if I want to query the state here. What the hell? Okay, no. Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll do this. Okay, actually, I'm not going to rebind it, so I'm just going to unbind here. There we go. So we're going to unbind here, and then afterwards you can just handle that how you want, I guess? I don't know. Alright, so display to default frame buffer. Let's head back. Let's go find this function call. Go to declaration. Or, what am I trying to do? I don't know references, that's what I want. So we call this somewhere. Hopefully it'll pop up somewhere. Here we go. Alright, we call this here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do rendering API or Cardano rendering API. We don't need the Cardano in this case. And then set depth testing. There we go. And we're set it to false. Let's see. Jink O the T2. Hey, how's it going? Why are you a cat? Why am I a cat? Just anonymity. I didn't really want to put my face out there. If you want like my most like frank answer about it. But I don't know. I like the cat. Someone said it reminded them of the cat from what is that show? Sabrina the Witch, I think, from like the 90s. And I was like, oh yeah, it does remind me of that. Just minus the, I don't know, he has like a British accent or something. But after they said that, I was like, oh yeah, I feel that. Set depth testing. Oh, but yeah, welcome to the stream. I see it's your first time here, but if you have any questions, just let me know. I work on my engine, so yeah, right now I'm working on like some frame buffer stuff so that how do I say, I can do like mouse clicking on buttons inside my UI. That's pretty much where I'm at. Let's see, display the frame buffer inside the default buffer. Am I intelligent, cat? I guess that's relative. I don't know. Do I say yes? Is that vain? I don't know. Okay, taking my finger stretching break. I'm gonna look off in the corner. I'm not role playing as a cat, by the way, just so you know. It's just a cat model. Although I think someone, I forget, but someone mentioned like I should do like a cat cafe thing for like my videos, for like my devlogs. That would be sick. Ooh, yeah, I gotta show my fingers. Hey, appreciate it. I'll take it. Oh, my fingers. Okay, there we go. Let's look over here. Okay, all right, that's better. I mean, for sure, do your thing, man. I'm not really too tied to the whole being the most intelligent thing, you know. So it's whatever. Let's see. Where is... Okay, so I'm trying to think. Are you like psychoanalyzing? Oh my, oh my. Okay, let me get back to what I was doing. Was it the display default frame buffer? I'm trying to think, is there anything else I should be doing here? You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and bind after. Just go ahead and bind, just keep it simple, right? Alright, I think that should just work. Because I bind and then this just blips out of the frame buffer. Right, and then comes back, and then we just keep on rolling, right? Just keep on rolling. I don't know if I want to clear... Yeah, you know what? Let me just try this. Let's see if it breaks or not. Let's see. I don't psychoanalyze people? That sounds like a deep question too, I don't know. It's like one of those things you gotta like kind of sit down and ask yourself, do I psychoanalyze people? Or do I really though? Okay, real quick, I'm just gonna cross my fingers, please. Hey, hey. It works. Okay, sick. It doesn't do all the things I want it to do yet. But yeah, cool. Good. Hell yeah. Oh, that's the one thing. It's recompiling the Perfect program. I hope it doesn't do that every single frame. Or like every single time. Hopefully it just does it once. It keeps doing that. I get this issue sometimes. Like, how do I say? And then when I provide, I don't know, like when I provide shaders between like Linux versus Windows, or if I have like different Windows computers with like different graphics card like settings, right? And then I get this pop up a lot. So I guess the solution is just you don't cache shader programs between computers, right? They'll have their own kind of state. I mean, that's kind of intended, right? GPUs. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I think I'm going to investigate that like on its own as a separate thing. So, yeah. I think the next thing is... Where is it? My brain. Okay, real quick. I just want to make sure... Basically, the next thing now is just to add mouse picking. I think that's it. Yeah, because we have the frame buffer, right? The frame buffer has all the correct data because it has the red integer, the correct depth, and the correct RGBA 8, right? Let me think. Maybe I should space this out a bit. I think the next thing is I need to figure out how to get the mouse location information, right? Like we want to figure out where inside of the, inside of the viewport we're currently at. And then once we have that mouse information, we can use that to figure out, like if we're hovering a particular like UI object, yeah. Let me see. Let's see. I think. Wait, let me see. Let's see. Whenever I meet a person, I profile them properly in my mind, so I know what to expect. There are no tags. Jang, I feel like you're asking the wrong streamer about this. I feel like you gotta ask like one of those, what is it? I don't know, the streamers that work on, or has like a psychology degree. I'm just a coder, man. That's it. Let's see. I just be doing the code. Don't be thinking too much. Yeah, I feel like at some point it's like, eh. Let's see. Let's see, on updates. Okay, so let's see. Alright, where is my mouse picking thing? Okay, I'm just gonna copy over the code for the on hover. So let me head over to the editor app really quick. And then let's head over to the on updates. Alright, let's see. Trying to think. Oh no, I know the function for this. This is in the viewport panel. That's where we want to go. On updates. No, it's fine. It's just I don't know, the what is it? I like to kind of keep the topic like on like programming. You know what I mean? Like no offense. You know what I mean? No, that's just my mic. Yeah. Trying to think. Where do I put on editor UI render? On editor UI render. Okay, so I think the handle UI mouse hovering is right here. So this is the function I want to move over. So we want to move this over to the runtime app. All right, on update. Get primary scene camera for render UI and particles over. Only handle UI and particles if. Is it your main language? Yeah, I also I plan on buying like a separate mic, or not a separate mic, like a stand to deal with like the whole voice thing. I'm trying to figure. Okay, so it's on update, right? Okay, so let's move this over. Get mouse position. Okay, so yeah, basically we need to. I just need to figure out where I handle this though. On UI particles, if a main camera exists, get primary scene camera. Okay, so we want to do this post UI. So only handle the UI. So if we do the on render, then we want to have a function for handling, how do I say? The UI information. Let me go find the name of the function really quick. Oh yeah, so handle UI mouse hovering. Okay. And then let's head over back to where I was at. Runtime app. Okay. And then let's get over to here. Oh, no, it's already defined. Okay. Oh, it's literally this. What am I doing? So let's head back over to on update. So we got to figure out where I'm going to call this. Let's see. Let's see. My main language is C# because I have to. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, does Unity have any other language bindings? I don't know. I always forget. Let's see. I was gonna say get mouse position MGUI, but you have everything. Yeah, and then I'm not rendering. Like I'm not using MGUI in the runtime. So like, this has to be dealt with differently. Select if possible. So I think this is, yeah, let's get rid of this. Oh, and again, I'm responding to someone on YouTube, by the way, so if anyone's confused. I might combine the chats, I don't know, I'll see. Trying to keep as close to TOS with Twitch as possible. But it is kind of annoying having it separate. So I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Rebind the current grab buffer. Yeah, I like C++ because I feel like you can kind of create your own, like you kind of write your own version of the language, right? And then you just get like what features make sense for your project, right? Let's see. Okay, so I think here we're going to do on UI handle. Wait. Mouse. Wait. What? No. Brain. Brain work. Right, yeah, everyone uses their own kind of like functions. Yeah, and then I feel like I'll go into someone else's code base and just learn a whole thing how they do their stuff. Like the other day, I think someone was doing like STD optional. I don't love optional though, but the way they use it is interesting in their code base. And I learned variant when I was doing like my compiler for the engine. That was from when someone was using it, and I was like, oh, it's kind of clean. I get it. Handle. Okay, here it is. Handle UI, mouse hovering. On update. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this right here. So we want to make sure that we render the UI, right, if applicable. And then we go ahead and handle mouse picking for the UI. Okay, now here is going to be a bit different. Because again, for the in-editor situation, right, I have to do a lot of stuff to make sure that we're within the bounds of the image, or the image that's drawing the viewport, right? But inside the viewport, inside of the runtime app, it's a lot simpler. So all I really need to do is just go to like my input, do input, I think it's, what is it? Input map service? I think it's input service. I think it's just get mouse position. Returns a vec2. Math, which, think about it, should it be a float? I don't know, whatever. Pause, right? Yeah, we don't need to do any of this. It should automatically be within the bounds of the window. Or actually, no, hold on. No, actually, I do need to check that it is within the viewport bounds. Okay. Well, let's see. I might just test this, like by like hovering, and then maybe do some logging real quick. So let's do like kg warn, right? And then we'll say current mouse hovered position, right? And then this is going to be and then we'll do mouse pause.x and then mouse pause.y. Okay. And then we're not gonna do any of this stuff yet. Let's just comment it out so I don't error out. If 0. Okay, let's just see what goes on. So again, we're calling this with the UI, so let's see what it yells at me with. But yeah, we're still reading the data pixel from the frame buffer. That doesn't change. And yeah, we're still getting this data, so this part doesn't change at all. And then early out if no widget is available. Yeah, I would agree. And then here we just select it if, you know, we didn't early out, right? All right, let's check it. All right. Turn this down a bit. Okay, so is this centered in the bottom or the, okay, so the Y value top is up here. So it's kind of like a scan line thing, I guess, sure, whatever. So up here, and then we can have negative numbers. So, and it also, we can go outside the bounds. So we gotta check for that. Okay, that's fine. And then I might need to be careful about how I handle that. Yeah, actually, wait. Let me do something really quick. So we're gonna copy this. And let's undo, so we get back to the original state. Because I actually want to see how I do this. Minus equals. Oh, okay, so we do like a bounds 1 minus 0 to get the bounds. Yeah. And then mouse position. viewport size minus Y position. Okay, so we invert it right here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So I guess the idea is the first thing, make sure the mouse position is within bounds. That's the first step. Next thing is make sure the Y position is oriented correctly. And then use this information for the mouse picking. There we go. Oh wait, actually, let me just paste this really quick. Paste this right here. So, okay. Get rid of all this. Okay, so is greater than or equal to 0, and 0 is less than. Actually, yeah, I think this part's actually valid right here. This whole bit. So we're gonna make sure the mouse position is within bounds first. And in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and early out. So if is less than 0, or is less than 0, or mouse position is greater than the viewport size. And this one we need to get from, what did we get? Weird, what did we get this from? Viewport size? Do I have like a dimension thing? Viewport, I don't think I care in the runtime, I'm gonna be honest. So I might want to query this information from, I'm not even sure. But, oh, hey, Giose. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. Giose MC. What's up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm working on like a personal engine. Currently, I'm working on like mouse picking for like the runtime. Was it really? For sure. Giose. Is it from something, or is that like what's your name? Yeah, it's getting along. I'll go ahead and show you the editor. But yeah, it's not really. Is it compiling? I don't think it's super compiling right now. I also have a link to like my YouTube in the description, and I have like a devlog, so if you're like curious, you can check that out about the engine. But yeah, right now I'm doing mouse picking for like the final like executable, right? Like the actual like game that you would release, right? So to try and get that set up. Oh, I got you. For sure. Well then, yeah, you should already kind of have the gist of it then. But yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know, or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, right now I'm trying to make sure that the mouse position that I get from my input layer is within the bounds of the viewport. I'm trying to figure out how I want to get this viewport data. I think I cached that data somewhere in here, maybe? No, I don't. Okay, so I think I have to like retrieve it. So get the viewport bounds, viewport, active viewport bounds. And that one comes from the engine service. we want to get the active. Wait, can I just get a viewport directly from? No, I can't. Okay, so get the active window. You can get a reference back, then we get active viewport. Here we go. Viewport data. Click on a viewport. Viewport data. Viewport. Active viewport. And I want to get this as a reference too, just so I'm not copying stuff everywhere. I might also want to assert maybe, but I'm gonna leave it alone, to be honest. Oh, for sure. Do your thing. Get your compiler work done. Are you going all the way down to like, are you outputting as like assembly? That's some work. I've never done that, so. Oh, you're using LLVM. But yeah, I mean, that does still compile to assembly though, so. I mean, honestly, same with that stuff, so. I don't know. I wanted to try parsing myself at some point. So that's kind of how I ended up with mine. But yeah, I guess I think someone in the YouTube video said that when I mentioned my scripting system, they said your scripting compiler sounds like a giant macro, and I was like, yeah. It kind of is. It kind of is just a giant macro. But I'm okay with that. Yeah, get the active viewport bounds. Okay, then from here, I'll say and mouse position. Okay, so we're gonna bind these together, and then now we can use the viewport data. So we'll say active viewport dot, is it dot x or no? Dot, oh, it's width and height, so x is width. And then we're gonna do or is greater than maybe we'll space this out better. So let's do this, and then this, and then this. Okay. Active viewport dot height. I don't know if I love how that looks, but whatever. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and return. So basically, it's just ensuring that the bounds are correct, and if they're not correct, we just, you know, yeet out of here. Yeah, and the position is relative to the screen, so we don't have to worry about like adjusting anything. So then make sure that the Y position is oriented correctly. And again, I think we do something like that. Where is it? I gotta go back to the other one. Let's go handle UI mouse hovering. Yeah, I've never done LLVM. I feel like I should have done. Let's see. Handle UI mouse hovering. Okay, so this is the actual function for. Wait, what? Or where's the function? Here it is. Okay. No, this is the runtime up one. Wait. Okay, there we go. Okay, so mouse position Y is equal to viewport size Y minus mouse position Y. So yeah, viewport position. Yeah, sometimes my brain doesn't process these things well. I gotta kind of figure something out. Oh, time for another break. Let's put that right here. Okay. will take a like an actual little break, like a few minutes. Let me go stretch my hands and use the restroom. So, BRB. Ooh, okay. I am back. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna trust that that works. Honestly, like I could conceptualize it, but I'm kind of lazy, so just whatever. Let's see. Where was I just at? Yeah, runtime map. Alright, so yeah, this just checks that we are within bounds, right? It increases in that direction. Okay. So it's gonna be something like this. But of course we don't have this, we have the viewport. Why? So we're gonna do height. Isn't the viewport data like unsigned ints? Didn't I do that? Yeah, it is unsigned ints. Okay. I was about to say, I could have sworn it was. So I could just do this. I think this is only necessary because of I'm GUI. They were trying to float. Okay, let's just see how this displays now. So ideally what should be happening now is this should only get like called if we are within the bounds, and it should display like the correct orientation of the height. So let's go ahead and try it. Yeah, that is a mismatch. I do agree. Okay, let's just... So this one would be an int. Okay, I suppose I can convert it to an int. Sure, whatever. The mouse position is a what? So it's a vec2, huh? Yeah. I guess I'll go with a float in this case. Alright, just so I don't get those little warnings or whatever. I know I'm truncating. I am aware. Let's see. It's loud every time. Alright, so let's bring this over. There we go. Yeah, perfect. wonder if I can put this on the same screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so you can kind of see the numbers over here. So you can see that, let's see. Yeah. So now this is the correct corner, and then if we go outside of it, it doesn't update that number in the background. But then the moment we go inside of the screen, yep, there we go. Yep, it's showing the number. It increases on the x-axis going this way, and then on the y-axis it goes from the bottom up. And that's how everything's oriented right here. So now I can like directly take this information and pass it into here. So we'll get rid of this thing. Yeah, we don't need this anymore. And yeah, we don't need to do this check here, so we can get rid of this. And we do have the M covered widget, so that's cool. Okay, so extract mouse picking information from the active frame buffer. Okay. Exit early if no widget is available, right? So if one of these is invalid, right, we're just going to return early, right? Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and set it as selected. And that's about it, to be honest. We'll get rid of this for now. Should be fine. I'm trying to think. Okay, the other thing is got to make sure that I'm managing this aspect of the frame buffer correctly. So let's head up to on update. And yeah, we're not clearing the mouse information. So let's go ahead and do that. I think I do that in the viewport panel. Let's head over to the on updates. Just check it here. On updates. Just put a thing after it. There we go. Scroll down. Where do we clear it? Here it is. That's what I want. So we clear the mouse picking buffer. Let's go back. Wherever I was at. Here we go. Runtime app. Yep. Let's go to the on update. Yeah. Alright, where do I want to do this? Let's do it right here, right before runtime app. We'll go ahead and clear the attachment. So clear mouse picking buffer, right? And then we go ahead and draw the runtime UI. And then after that, we do some mouse picking with the UI. And that's about it. And yeah, we don't really need to mouse pick the entities right now. If I need to add that functionality, I'll add that later. But yeah, this should do it. If I'm not mistaken, the hovering should work now. So let's go ahead and try it. Yep. There we go. Cool. Alright, the clicking doesn't work yet. I'll add that in a second. But yeah. That's pretty good. Adding clicking is not going to be that hard. I just gotta remember how I do it in the editor app again. Just wrote that code in. Where is it? Oh no, wait, it's in the viewport panel. I keep forgetting. I don't know if I should move it. No, it makes sense being in the viewport panel. Yeah, it makes sense being there. That's hovering. Really on click. I think it's done in on update. I think that's where. No. It's on edit, editor, render, and then we're gonna. It's right after the viewport image gets drawn. So I don't need to worry about like 90% of this stuff. Yeah. Actually, I could just respond to the event. Here I have to be more specific because like this code has to be right after this thing, just because of like the way the image angry image stuff works. I need to get some data from this. So yeah, I have to handle it right after. Because I've tried to remove it, but yeah, it doesn't work. But in the case of the runtime UI, I actually don't think I'm going to have to do all that. Really, all I have to do is just join this, and then just hook up to the on left click event. And I think that's it. So we're going to head back to the runtime app. And then we're going to head down to where we do input event. And we only handle key pressed. So let's do if is equal to, I can do a switch, but I'll just leave it as an if statement for now. It's fine. If I get more than 2, I'll think about a switch statement. I'm sure the compiler can turn this into a truth table anyways, so let's see. Mouse button pressed. There we go. And then we just want to duplicate this really quickly, bring this down. This is going to be a mouse pressed. Yeah, mouse pressed. Might want to have it as like mouse. I might separate it into mouse button pressed and released at some point, but it's fine. Do I even mouse? Yeah, pressed event. There we go. Why did I put the name event here? I don't know. Let's go here. I'm gonna paste what I copied here real quick, so I can over here. Okay. Key pressed. We'll do mouse pressed events. On mouse pressed, and then of course we want a mouse pressed event. There we go. I guess we're just passing it along by copy. It's a small object, it's fine. Okay. On key pressed. Oh, this is the input map on key press. Yeah, I don't care about that right now. What I want, let's head back. So, on mouse pressed. There we go. And then we'll join this out. Head over here. Okay. Okay, now we're just gonna check if event dot get mouse button is equal to what is it? Is it mouse buttons? Mouse button? Oh, mouse code. That is what it is. Wait, what? Mouse code. Oh, and mouse. Okay, I think it's left. Button left. I got overload for that. So if it's button left, then we're gonna go. Well, I guess for now, if it's not equal to this, we'll just go ahead and return false. Otherwise, we'll just handle it, right? So here, mouse over ID. So handle on press for the active user interface, if applicable. Applicable. Ensure we are handling a left click. Yep. And of course I can expand this as much as I need to, depending on the situation, when I add releases and stuff, but this is fine for now. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it, to be honest. Let's try that. It's not equal to. Yeah. Probably also early out with this thing as well, but semantics, fine. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh yeah. Yep, that works. Cool. So yeah, now we're handling the on press here. Okay, so that's done. I'm trying to think if there's any edge cases I forgot. It'll probably pop up somewhere. Trying to think if there's anything obvious I forgot. Yeah, I handled that. Okay, well, should be fine. Let's go ahead and push the changes. What the hell is this? No. -3, huh? What did I move? There's a space. And there's space. And another space. Okay, I just undo this, please. Yeah, I wouldn't have made any meaningful changes there. Frame buffer. Okay, so finish implementing display to default frame buffer function. Wait, I just thought of an issue while I was typing. Depth buffer. I forget to put it back. Yeah, because I disabled depth testing. Yeah, wait a second. Where is it? Runtime map. We kind of need that. Okay, let's set it back to true after this. I don't know if I'm setting depth testing to true anywhere else in this context. I think it by default is set to true, so I'm going to go ahead and put it back to true. Because, yeah, we're going to need that. Okay, yeah, that would have been a bug. Alright, finish implementing display to frame buffer function. Inside OpenGL frame buffer CP. And what else did we do? Some refactoring. Added. Okay, that was just handling that function. I can kind of summarize this as add handling for mouse hovering and mouse clicking of the active user interface inside the runtime app. The runtime. That's, yeah, I knew what I did. Okay, so add mouse hovering slash clicking runtime for the user interface. For the in-game UI. It's more specific. There we go. Okay, so yes, that's good. Oh wait, let me stop building the runtime. So cancel. Let's head back to let's check the editor again and see where I want to go from here. Where am I on the stream? Almost 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah, go for another hour. So yeah, I had some ideas on how I wanted to handle some other widgets. But yeah, I'm just not exactly sure which one I want to implement first. I think one of the ones I might do first is the texture, like just general like image. That one seems like the easiest one to just add. Might be a nice break from these like more intense ones. Oh yeah, let's go to the progress board too. So yeah, the button widget is done as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's coming along, right? Oh yeah. But yeah, the button widget now responds to like moving cursor around, so that's nice. I didn't have that before. You can click it. And yeah, there you go. Now you can play against the AI. So yeah, I might add like a texture widget, like a texture in-game widget. That's probably gonna be pretty easy. But it'll give me a chance to really focus on adding like more widgets, I guess. Yeah. I still haven't beaten the final like the final AI for this. I got close the other day, but yeah, kind of still kind of stuck. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm getting distracted. All right, here we go. Yeah, I was really proud of the particle effects. It's still like CPU side, so can't really render like I can't really render as many as I want to. But I do have some ideas for like GPU particles soon. Also, yeah, there's some reason like a difference between. Where is it? Where's my floor emitter? What is this thing doing? Oh, interesting. Get color. The crashes begin. Get color attachment render ID, huh? Where are we at in the call stack? Here? Why? Oh, what's wrong? Okay, wait, no, I think I might know why. Yeah. Update. Yeah, I gotta start writing some better regression tests at some point. Update the viewport panel. Yeah, I get we're calling one update, but on update. Wait, what are you crashing on? What? It has no color. Has no color attachment. What are you talking about? Did we not initialize it? Bro, the thing has two. Bind and unbind. Bind and unbind. But we don't call that anywhere. So it froze here for M color IDs. What is the index? Oh, yeah, well that would explain that. Why are we getting trash data? Huh? Get color attachments. Oh, we're definitely calling it here. Get specification. What is this? Return mspec. Wait, what? OpenGL frame before get color attachment. It must be somewhere in this and statement. The thing is, wouldn't we be in this part of the call stack though? If this was opened? Yeah, this wouldn't trigger like a separate function. This would already be constructed. What is this? I know this is initialized. Yeah, I know this is initialized. That wouldn't have changed. Okay, the viewport's fine. Am I looking in the wrong section? Yeah, I am perplexed. Wait, what did I change? The only thing I changed was that when I click... No, but both we don't handle that in like an event function. And even if we did, it wouldn't get tossed to the viewport panels like on input event because we're not in that. So that should have no bearing on this. There must be something I like initialized and then like it's still stuck in the how do I say? That's weird. Okay, wait, let me try something. Let me just... This doesn't make any sense for some reason. Like, it's not even calling the right thing. I'm gonna rebuild this. See if that fixes that. Sometimes when it's like a nonsensical error, it's like... No, something in the building is just wrong. Because I don't even see the function call. I'm trying to think, what would be the issue if it's not this, though? Not accessing data in the wrong order. It's not... All the state is inside of the frame buffer. Like, even if we left something open, it should still get initialized with the correct stuff, so I don't see... Yeah, this is in the editor app. The location where I messed with the state was in the runtime app, so that wouldn't affect this. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I guess we'll just let it build and see. Yeah. There's another break. Am I? Good timing, to be honest. stretch my back too. I'll be right back. Ooh, okay. Let's see. I don't know. I'm really hoping, since it seemed like the function call was just being called randomly, that it was just like a random error. Let's see. Please don't be a random error. Please don't be a... Okay, here we go. Okay. Because if that wasn't the case, I don't know what was causing it. Okay, but let me I think I ran the application and I did this. Okay, and then after that I think I opened it, so let's try that. Okay, no, yeah, okay, cool. Alright, seems fine. Yeah, I got a little fire effect. Yeah, I can't wait to get GPU particles. That'll be a lot better. Gotta spawn a lot more. Okay, so I guess since there's no errors, that's good. I think image button. I think I'm gonna add just an image. So image widget. And just put this at the top. And then yeah, I'll probably add an image button as well. It's always good, right? So yeah, we'll go ahead and try and start adding an image widget really quick. That should be fun. And yeah, basically the idea is I'm just trying to add a lot of different like primitive like widget types, and then some of them are specifically for like the networking issues I'm going to deal with, but the other ones are just I just want to get them in so we can kind of have a nice UI system set up. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Trying to think where I want to start with this. I guess on the runtime app, so let's go runtime UI service. Alright, time to add a new widget. So yeah, it's not one of these. Let's go ahead and add it. We'll go to the widget types. Again, don't know that we're returning a string here. I'll deal with that at some point. Every time I see it, it kind of annoys me. I'm gonna put it at the end. We're gonna say image widget. Okay, let's add it to the, or actually, easy way of doing that, let's go image, or no, widget types. It looks like we have a few of these, so we'll just go through each case. Okay, let's do case runtime UI, widget types, image widget. Draw image widget options. Probably not going to be too many options for this, to be honest. Pretty simple. Just choose the dimensions and then just choose what image you want to display in those dimensions. Maybe I'll have like an aspect ratio lock or something. That might be nice. But that's about it. Let's go ahead and add this as a function. So draw image widget. Draw image widget options. And this won't be defined yet. We'll just leave it alone for now. Okay, cool. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, on open window default widget pop-up, huh? What is this? Add all text widgets to the options. Wait, what is this? What? On open window default widget pop-up. Oh. Wait, what do we call this? No. Oh, this is the on modify. Oh, okay. On open window. Yeah. On open window default widget pop-up. Oh yeah. Okay. No. We need to handle this. Totally heard to handle this with a button widget. This is why you gotta search these things first. Okay. Button widget. And then we'll do image widget. Hey. Image widget. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Yeah, these are just checks for these specific things. I'm not gonna worry about these. This is checking if it's a text widget on modify. Yeah, that's fine. These are specific to the type, so I'm not gonna worry about this. Case types. We have a case for this. What is this? Sure. Case runtime UI. Widget types. Image widget. Yep. And then this one is going to provide this with a break. I think I have an image icon already. Let's see. S icon image. I don't. Okay, maybe it's a texture one then. Yeah, I'll use the texture. Image, okay. Let's get rid of these, not really necessary to comment this. Okay, let's keep looking. Right. Yeah, this we'll go ahead and worry about in a moment. Yeah, worry about this in a moment. Case text widget, what is this? Oh, this is deserialization, yeah. Yeah, it's fine. What is this? Remove script, huh? Oh yeah, this is only relevant for button widget, and I don't think it's going to be relevant for the... Oh no, actually I'm going to have a remove texture for the button widget. So, or I mean the image widget, so get into that later. Alright, runtime UI, looks like we check for this. Set active UI, huh? There's no text in this, so actually I don't think I care. Yeah, I don't think I care. Set active font, I don't care either. Set widget text internal. What is this? Text internal, yeah, I don't care about text here. Set widget text internal. Yeah, no. Don't care about that. Button widgets. Text internal, yeah, that's fine. There's those two of text. Text color, yep. Don't care about this. Set widget. Background color internal, yeah. Set selected. Would you select an image widget? No. I think you would select like a button image widget, but just like a general image widget? No. I see a lot of boxes, Romero. A lot of boxes. Is that like an ASCII thing? Or not ASCII, is that a Unicode thing? A lot of boxes, man. Let's see. Button widget. Move left. We wouldn't select an image widget, so this is all relevant to the image widget. What is this? On press? Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about that. Yep, only relevant for the button. Oh, this one. Yeah. I think we're good on the text dimensions, so we can leave that alone. Yeah. I think we're almost done. Widget types, yep, don't care about that. Text, button, checkbox. Okay, we'll add that in a second. Okay, here's the TIS-string thing, which I mean, I don't really love it fully, but it is what it is. Image widget? Yeah. There we go. Now we're doing image widget. There we go. Okay, skip down a bit. None. And then let's head to here. Image widget. And let's put this one right here. Image widget. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh, I hear you typing away, by the way. I'm just trying to finish this up really quick. I think I'm almost done. Text widget, which is primitive type. Oh, yeah. There's a primitive type for... Okay, so, yeah, let's go ahead and add it real quick. And if it's an image widget... So this is the last one on my list. There we go. And then image widget. There we go. Hell yeah. Input widget. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely add the input widget soon. Few things I gotta think about for that though. Hi, I'm new here. I see you're doing an engine, which is yeah, I'm working my own as well. It's supposed to Vulkan. Oh, for sure. Yeah. What is it? I haven't like I've kind of looked into Vulkan, but my current engine is just OpenGL currently. So. But I do respect the Vulkan grind. It's, what is it? Yeah, I want to get through that properly in my engine at some point. But yeah, thanks, I appreciate it, Red. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of working on like widget stuff, so. And yeah, I will get that input widget soon. I'm kind of just ignoring it right now because it's scary. But yeah, I'll add it soon. Yeah, I think I got through my list though. So I was looking throughout the entire engine for everywhere I use like widget type as a define. And I think I've dealt with every case. That's relevant. Anyways. So I think the final thing now is to just go ahead and add the actual widget type as a thing. So just go up here. And then we're going to say pop-up widget. Image widget. Have you tried fetching buffer data from the GPU with HLSL? I have not used HLSL. I guess I'll answer like that part. But try fetching verts from a skinned mesh. No, I haven't. Have you been working with that before? I have seen people kind of do something like that before, but like I've never like done it myself. But I switched to oh yeah, I started with OpenGL as well, but then I switched to Focus. It was like I opened my eyes, graphics pattern became crystal clear. I have been on Vulkan for 1.5 years. Yeah, I want to get to that too. I think my current like list of priorities with it is like I want to get mscripten working first, and then get everything compiling onto like web GPU, so I can participate in some game jams and people aren't like, I gotta download an executable. What the hell? And then once that's done, the next graphics thing is is Vulkan for me. Trying to cook up some Shadow of the Colossus escape climbing mechanic thing. I need the... Oh, so you need to grab it from the... Dang, for sure. Ooh, wait, you're doing like a Shadow of the Colossus vibe like game with the like what is it called? Like you're gonna be fighting some giant bosses. That's exciting. I remember I never had Shadow of the Colossus. Like I never like owned it, but I remember coming to a friend's house when I was younger and playing it. Yeah, but yeah, that's a few steps higher than my current pay grade with my renderer. The querying the data from the GPU, but hopefully I get there. I don't know. Let's see. Let me know how that goes. The animated meshes. I do want to get into like at least basic animations soon. Window translation, window size, and viewport width. ImageWidget. Okay, wait. Let me. Okay, so now it exists. Cool. We have the ImageWidget. Let me think of what makes sense to store in the ImageWidget. So over here we do like a set text. We do it. Oh, we have to override selectable. That's right. So query state was selectable. In this case, we're going to return false. Let me actually get the one from text because yeah, it's not selectable. Yeah, and then I remember seeing like Charo talk about his like pipeline when he was setting up like Vulkan, and him saying that like the Vulkan API just like makes more sense to him. I could see that, yeah. Like it gives you more control, and you can kind of like set up the render passes and whatnot in the way like you specifically need for that scenario. Instead of the giant state machine that OpenGL does. You have to do everything linearly. Yeah. Let's see. I already got it. So I already got it, but the CPU is kind of slow. On a good, I get like 200 frames with the only system running being the trace fetcher. Oh, so you're trying to make it a little bit faster. I got you. Well, just put in the requirements. Be like, if worst comes to worst, just be like, we need these specs. If you don't play this game. I see you're doing UI. Is your UI just 2D screen, or you can put it in a 3D world? I'm designing my own UI system. For now, I'm trying to implement it in 3D world. So I do have plans for both. Like my idea is that the 2D UI system is just 2D, and it just goes over the screen space, right? But there's not really much stopping me from like adding them directly into the 3D space, right? So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I guess it's just when I figure out what kind of like game It makes sense, right? To have that in the world, yeah. The only thing I don't love about like throwing the nodes directly into the scene is that you kind of lose a little bit of optimization with it. I mean, you can just do the ECS and just look for the particular component type and then just render it there. But I kind of like the structure of like having a full like UI tree, and then it kind of like, I don't know, you just render straight from that. Some I feel gotta get the play the game. Yeah, it's just put. You gotta get the new AI Tensor Core stuff too. And I binged some anime now. I feel like I'm about to cry. Oh, DJ Babs. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there with the anime, man. Let's see. Let's see. Also read. Would you say the learning curve for OpenGL development was hard? Playing with OpenGL. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of curious too. Fred, what do you think? Oh yeah, did you guys? I'm live on YouTube as well, so I'm thinking about putting the chat for YouTube into the Twitch thing, but I know that's against TOS. But yeah, I might find a way to do it where it's not so obvious. Also, I'm pretty sure they don't care. Like, they're not gonna be like, oh, I'm a tiny streamer, but still, so I still want to be careful, you know. And doing something like Unity, all UI widgets are nodes in the scene with the widget components. It is worse in performance, but very intuitive to make and use. Yeah, I mean, like, for me, it's like, why not have both? You know? Oh yeah, I mean, I can't strictly recommend anyone going to any other platform. I think it's like a TOS thing, but I am live on YouTube, so if you go to my About, you can go there. Oh my. Let's see, create your own UI that takes in Twitch and YouTube chat, but disguises it all. Yeah, that's the, yeah. Bedry, yeah. No, it is against well, I don't know, but like as far as I understand, if you're multi streaming in general, it's against TOS. Yeah, as far as I understand. But yeah, okay. Let me get into some more coding real quick. All right, ImageWidget. Yeah, I just been making this ImageWidget, so let's keep adding this thing. I guess I'll add like a for the ImageWidget in particular. Let's go ahead and add the actual texture I need to add to it, right? So up here, I think I have a define for texture, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably in one. No, I shouldn't rely on that. Let's do this. Namespace Cargano rendering. And then is it a class? Texture 2D. 2D. Just invoking. Yeah, I would say it's difficult because Vocal will introduce many new objects. Yeah, you kind of have to like change up your whole like the way you render, right? And then to get understanding. But yeah, that's just if you're transitioning. But yeah, like I said, if you're making a whole new engine, then you can just kind of write it exactly how you want to, right? Don't get all the fancy Twitch stuff anymore, and I don't feel like YouTube is good for me. Yeah, my main rationale for multi-streaming to Twitch as well is I just want to get my VODs posted directly into the YouTube Live, so it doesn't mess with my like my other videos, like my devlogs and like more edited videos I want to make. I want if you put it in the live section, it doesn't like mess with your like numbers or how YouTube calculates it. So that was my main reasoning for switching over. But yeah, you can't get a lot of the features from Twitch on YouTube. I do agree, but it is kind of nice to have like a from both audiences. But yeah, I think the main thing is I will make sure that the what is it called? I will make sure the chats are in sync, because that is kind of annoying. Let's see. Streaming 2 times, yeah. G-Rise basically. I mean, the bandwidth isn't really an issue for me, honestly. And the nice thing is, as long as you keep the encoding for 1080 the same, you don't double your CPU usage. It's just it encodes once and then just sends it out twice. So yeah, the main thing is the bandwidth. Let's see. It has an everything tutorial to learn Vulkan. Oh, yeah, I think I heard of that one. Yeah, read. Explicit. It's a bit vague on what. Yeah. All right, so let me head back to my texture thing. So the image, basically, it just needs to contain an image, right? As far as I'm concerned. So let's head over here. We'll add some public fields. Make it public. Yeah. We all on YouTube. Let's see. Okay. Wait, so yeah, I don't care about text. Don't care about size. Don't care about color. Don't care about alignment. Don't care about a background color. Don't care about function pointers. Because yeah, we're not doing on press here. There's no selectable, and there's no... Okay, so yeah, literally all these are irrelevant here. So we're going to do ref to a rendering texture GD. Okay, let's go to the definition. All right, the texture. See, image texture, and then we'll default this to null pointer. And then also what I might want is an asset handle. So asset handle for the image texture handle. How does it image handle? Image ref. Image handle. There we go. And this will be assets empty handle. There we go. All right. I may not be following the chat super closely. I'm just gonna see if I can get this working real quick. So the next thing is to do the on render. So I did I overload the on render for this? I did. So where is it? See, it's not here. What was this thing talking about? So we're gonna go here. Let's head up here. Let's see. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna shift my fingers, be right back. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Sure. Well, yeah, again, your vibes so we feel better, man. Let's see. It's fair. Now you going through it, yeah. I want a job, shall be a game developer. Currently trying to create a startup. Then I'm becoming a dev for a small studio. In fact, the shortest war. I do everything better. Feel that. Feel that. Between Britain and Dunbar. Show. Alright. I'm gonna focus in for a little bit. So let's add this image button render thing real quick. Image widget. There we go. Oh yeah, no, what? Let's see. Let's see, on render. Okay, so the button widget, how do I say? Yeah, we have a background color. Yeah, honestly, here, I just need a separate shader for this. So we're gonna do... okay, let me go look at the shader code for this, actually. So how do I initialize S background, or no, M background. Render? Wait, let me see. Alright, go to definition, let's see. Alright, background input spec. Wait, there we go. So this one, where do we define this? Let's keep looking. Input spec. Input spec. Engine and practice programming. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so we're doing a lot of. Where's the setup code for this? Okay, it's right here. And then this one takes in a flat color, has no texture, and draw indices. Okay, so we want a separate one. So let's do a renderer input spec, and there's a M image input spec. Let's see. So selected to no. I mean, I believe it. With the thing, how they set it up, the stuff up and everything. You will just be voting for whatever. Let's see. No one really checking what's actually happening. I believe it. Maybe who's that guy who did the what was it? I know. There's been a lot of, yeah, I don't know, but the American political system, I don't know. Initialize. Okay, wait, let me see. Alright. So, texture input type. Let's go here. Text, texture, color texture. Here we go. Texture. I feel it. Yeah, I'm just focusing in right now. I want to see if I can finish this before. I'm gonna end the stream in about 15 minutes or so. I think nowadays I'm trying to keep it to 3 hours max. So yeah, I'm just kind of focused right now. Let's see. I am gonna do some off-stream coding, but I'll see how that goes. Let's see, shader specification. Okay, so I think the only thing I need to change here is just this color texture. Color inputs, I don't think I'm gonna bother. It's just gonna be none. And then what else? Circle shape, production matrix. Yeah, this is all should be false. Outline should be false. What the hell? What the hell? Okay, so this is still going to be a quad. And background input spec. So we just set that, set the buffer, and then set the shape component. All right. This is a quad, yeah. So we still. So the only thing we need to set is just. The only extra thing we need to set is just the shape comp, and then the texture. It is null pointer. There we go. And we just need to set texture before we render. That's the only difference. And then I guess I should have a default case where if it is null pointer, it should just render like a. Oh, you know what? If it's null pointer, just don't render anything. Yeah. Texture. Rendering data. Background. Rendering data. Okay, so now all I have to do is just head over to this on render again. And let's see, on render. Text alignment, I don't really care. Okay, so I don't care about any of this text stuff. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. And then this one, the difference is going to be not whether the background color, because there's no background color. We're doing, what is it? Image ref. So if there's an image, then render, right? And then we're gonna do, where is it? And background color. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Okay, let me see. Oh no, I mean I've watched Violet Evergarden before on Netflix. I don't remember the exact plot, but I remember them. It was pretty good when I watched it. It's been a few years though since I watched it. Let's see. I'm trying to think. A color. I don't care about a color. So this is set data at input location. Yeah, I don't think I need to bother with this. I think the only thing I need to set is input spec. Do I call this input spec? What is this? Input spec. Oh, what is that? Okay, so I'm gonna call this image renderer spec, and then this is gonna be. Oh yeah, and I gotta make this a friend, right? So let's cut up here. Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, I gotta see. What have I been watching? I think all I've been watching recently is just Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's it. You watching any anime? No, I don't think so. But yeah, check it. Where is I'm trying to think, where do I add the friend declaration? I think it's right here, yeah. And then I bumped out of it. Here we go. So this is going to be ImageWidget. That's why I was able to get the context from there. Alright. So the transform matrix, yeah, this is fine. This stays here. And then we want to get the image input spec. That's what we want. Calculate widget size. Of course, do the same transform. That's fine. And then here we're not doing color. Oh, got my little notification. Should be almost done with the stream. All right, let's see if I can get this done. Okay, so I think all I need to do is just do input renderer spec dot input render. What's wrong with this thing? Image renderer spec. That's fine. And texture. Here we go. Is equal to m image ref. And then we don't do this. That's it. Now we just submit it, and then this thing's submitting the wrong thing. We want just do image renderer spec, and I believe that's it for the image renderer. Yeah, and then this just checks if it's valid. If it is valid, then we do the rendering. If we don't, we just skip it and don't even bother. Let's see. Okay, so now that we have this, we just need some serialization, deserialization. And this should be fairly simple for this one. So let's go over to What is it? Runtime, time UI manager. Maybe UI manager? Okay, you know, we just go find it in the thing, whatever. Can't remember the name. There it is, user interface manager. That's what I wanted. Alright. So remove script. Okay, don't care about that. Not the serial. So we just want the serialization part of this. So this one's fairly complex. It doesn't need to be nearly. It's the case runtime UI widget types image button. Okay, then am I doing a thing for this? Okay, here we go. So we'll go ahead and break. And what's up? For affiliate. Yeah, the only thing is, what am I left for with that one? I think I just need like an average of like 3 viewers per stream. But I'm not really like going crazy over getting it. I'll get it when it happens, you know? I mean, I like to make money at some point. So, I don't know. I gotta eat, you know? And then actually, are the rules... Let me see. Now I'm kind of curious. Let's see. What rules get added? Affiliate. Twitch. Now I'm kind of curious. Joining affiliates. Monetization, pay registration, tax, monetize agreement. Yep. Tax interviews, payout method. Let's see. Affiliate Twitch restrictions. Let's see. Yeah, they're talking about benefits. I don't really care about benefits. What are the... They're probably not gonna say all the things on the Twitch things. Involved. Yeah. Let's see. Joining the affiliates. Say your Reddit. Does Reddit have anything to say about that? Let's see. Because I know you're allowed to multi stream if you're affiliate. Yeah, I think the only I think you're still allowed to multi stream if you're affiliate. The only restriction is if like you have like a specific agreement with Twitch, something like that. Oh, you can read it in there? Interesting. Oh yeah, I mean I'm fine with the DMCA stuff. I try not to display anything that's DMCA. Yeah, I think from like now on, or just in general, I want to make sure that I don't really show any videos or anything on stream. I kind of wasn't cool with that in the first place, so I'd like the stream to be more focused on the code, anyways. Let's see. Okay, so let's bring this out, and then we're gonna do button widgets. Yeah, It'd be nice to make money at some point. I don't know. I'm gonna make some videos on YouTube and see how that goes. That's the main reason I'm doing this multi-streaming, is to kind of get ready for that. Start posting like more edited videos, and then hopefully the stream VODs don't mess with that. Okay, so I think here for serialization, let's see, and image handle. Oh, is it 4 already? Or about 8 minutes till the finish of the stream. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done for today. So I'll go ahead and push what I have, and then I think I might try and just finish the image widget off stream, and then I'll just sort of like the progress maybe tomorrow. Because it's not that complicated, it's just kind of like rote modifications and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just going to commit really quick, and then I'll go ahead and end it. For sure, GSA. Yeah, just winding down. Let's go ahead and see what I changed really quick. Nothing crazy. Draw image widget options. Okay, so in the properties panel, what did I do? Properties panel, image widget options. Draw image options. Okay, so basically add image widget type and struct. Add image widget type and struct to runtime UI.cp/.h. What else? Yeah, start working on serialization for image widget. Runtime UI image widget. Look at the ending with me. There won't be. Let's see. Sorry, I've been coding for at least 10 hours a day, and I have a fever. Oh, I mean, no, dude, get your rest. Start working on transition, runtime UI. Working on and user interface manager. That's it, right? Okay. What else? Script compiler. I mean, this is all basically the same thing. That's really all I did. Yeah. Language semantics will do that. Some weird way the interpreter's just like, oh yeah, no. This expression is definitely true. Continuously. Wait, let's see. Okay. Starts adding image widget. That's all I did with this one, really. Okay, there we go. Oh, for sure. You too. Hope you have a good day. Go get your rest, man. Yeah, hopefully next time maybe I'll try to integrate the YouTube and Twitch together. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for today. Let's see. Oh, thanks for the follow. Hell yeah. Alright, let's see. 6 stream title. Do I have to update my song? I don't think so. I don't think I made any modifications to it. Okay, so next stream should be tomorrow, same time, right? Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. All right, hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. Thanks for coming by to the stream. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, hope you have a good day or night whenever you're watching this. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So, later.